And finally, in Europe, in a hot turn of events, Denmark has decided it's time to cool it down. The nation has recalled several popular South Korean ramen noodles, citing safety concerns over their fiery taste. Danish officials say spice levels in the Korean ramen are at poisonous levels. The spicy flavors come from capsaicin, which is essentially a chili pepper extract. Our final report tells you why Danes are finding ramen too hot to handle.
In a world full of lip-smacking food options, only a select few transcend borders. Only a handful enjoy global likability status. We're talking about the pizza, burger and chicken tikka masala club. And guess who else is a member? Ramen. Haters will say ramen is basically a noodle soup, but it's so much more than that. It's a blend of rich, flavorful broth, a variety of tempting noodles, a selection of juicy meats or tantalizing vegetables. It often climaxes with a perfectly boiled egg. It's a dish that can make your taste buds tingle with excitement as your body thanks you for the warm comfort food. Ramen's popularity doubled after South Korean K-dramas and music bands gave it the spotlight. Whether it's being slurped in the Oscar-winning film Parasite or devoured by the ever-popular BTS boy band, ramen has become a global sensation. The market is overflowing with varieties, all thanks to South Korea's global export boom. But wait, Denmark is throwing a tantrum. Yes, you heard that right. The simple, convenient and oh-so affordable dish has lost its charm among the Danes. The spicy instant noodle is too hot for them to handle. It has pushed Denmark to recall Korean ramen. From now on, 3 times spicy and hot chicken, 2 times spicy and hot hot chicken stew won't be gracing Danish shelves. The excuse? Danish officials claim the spice levels could be toxic. The culprit? Capsaicin, essentially a chili pepper extract. In high amounts, capsaicin can lead to nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain and diarrhea, or so the Danes say. According to Denmark's Food Institute, the levels of total capsaicin in a single pack of these noodles are sky high, hence posing a risk of acute poisoning. And their advice is to discard or return the spicy ramen noodles. Danish authorities have issued an advisory for parents, urging them to contact the poison line if their children exhibit symptoms after consuming the noodles. And what about the South Korean company that produces these noodles? Well, they've been left in the dark. They had no clue that Danish authorities had made such a ruling and are now scrambling to investigate the matter. So, Denmark's search for the perfect ramen noodle continues. This isn't the first noodle ban in the country, though. In 2022, Thailand's Lucky Me Pancit Canton noodles were recalled for pesticide traces. So, while the rest of the world revels in the steamy, spicy delight of ramen, Denmark has decided that it just can't handle the spice.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Fan of Italy's famous cuisine? Well, we are serving it with a side of diplomacy. As G7 leaders gather in southern Italy, Vantage is taking you to the heart of the action. What's the agenda? Who's invited? And how is Italy preparing for it? Catch the special edition of Vantage throughout this week, only on Firstpost. Fan of Italy's famous cuisine? Well, we are serving it with a side of diplomacy. As the G7 leaders gather in southern Italy, Vantage is taking you to the heart of the action. What's the agenda? Who is invited? And how is Italy preparing for it? Catch the special edition of Vantage throughout this week, only on Firstpost.